What is going on, YouTube? Espresso Shako here, and today let's talk about the bombastic bird that is Bombirdier. Bombirdier is a dark flying type, which means it's got two immunities to ground and psychic. Not too bad of immunities to have, because you could open this up synergy-wise with having an Earthquake Mon next to it. Basic stuff right there. You can ignore damage from your own Earthquake and go for a nice strong ground type attack into your opponents with your partner mon. Psychic's a nice immunity to have too, because even though it is greatly diminished in its distribution, expanding force plus psychic terrain is still a thing. Armor Rouge does get expanding force, and DD's a pretty popular support mon, especially for Armor Rouge. So having immunity to expanding force is still nice to have. In terms of resistances, we're resistant to dark, ghost, and grass. We're weak to electric, fairy, ice, and rock. All things considered, if you don't like that, in terms of your weaknesses and resistances, you could always go for terrestrialization to patch that up. In terms of stats for Bombardier, it's kind of middle of the pack. We have 70 HP, 103 attack, 85 in each defense, 60 in special attack, and then finally 82 speed. And so I was thinking you can do a couple of different things with Bombardier. You could use it as a support or an offensive option. I have the support one on the screen, which we're going to jump into that in just a moment. But first, I just want to point out the abilities. So Bombardier gets Big Pecs and Keen Eye as its standard abilities, both of which are kind of good for a supportive mon. Big Pecs prevents your defense stat from being lowered by opposing Pokemon, and Keen Eye does the same thing for accuracy with the added boost of ignoring the evasive stat of other Pokemon, which is nice because while evasion wasn't as common in Gen 8 because Dynamax just ignored that, Dynamax is gone in Gen 9, so we might see a comeback in evasion, so having Keen Eye there isn't too bad to have. And maybe your opponent has like a minimized mon that's going to go for attacks. We can ignore that. We can go for a status move. We can go for taunt. We can go for parting shot, something like that. Finally, Bombardier's hidden ability is Rocky Payload, which basically gives it stab for rock type moves. So let's jump into some of the sets here. The first idea I was thinking was we can run a support Bombardier set. This thing gets both Tailwind and Parting Shot, which is nice. We can go for Tailwind to double our speed for 4 turns, which is great for doubles. We can go Parting Shot, maybe turn 1 Tailwind, go for Parting Shot, lower something's attack and special attack, switch out. Now we get something in that gets to take advantage of the remaining Tailwind turns. That could be a nice little pivoting synergy right there. We have Knockoff as the one and only damaging move on this Bombirdier, because what I was thinking there is Knockoff's a great utility move. It removes items. Items can make other Pokemon nasty. Clear Amulet prevents your stats from being lowered. Getting rid of that's nice. Loaded Dice increases the amount of damage your opponent could put out with multi-striking moves like Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, Pin Missile, stuff like that. We can get rid of Life Orbs. We can get rid of berries for healing. It's great utility. For the fourth move here, I have Roost, but Roost is really kind of optional. You can go for another damaging move. You can go for another support move. What I was thinking there too, you could even go Taunt, especially if you want to take advantage of your Tailwind. You can go Tailwind, then Taunt. Shut down opposing status users. The nice thing too is because Bombirdier is a dark type but doesn't have Prankster, you can taunt opposing dark types. You could taunt Murkrows, which Murkrow is pretty popular, especially too where Murkrow is also the same typing as Bombirdier and it's a Prankster. So basically what I'm saying is while this is basically a budget Murkrow, it can annoy opposing Murkrows, which is kind of nice. You can also taunt Talonflames. You can taunt other Pokemon that might want to set Tailwind or boost their stats, especially the slower ones. You could do something like that. In terms of attacks, like an attacking set, what I was thinking is we can take advantage of Rocky Payload, giving us stab on rock-type moves, because this thing does get Rock Slide. It gets Rock Tomb as well, which is nice for lowering your opponent's speed. It gets Rock Blast, whereas I also mentioned the loaded dice. You could do something like that. And what I was thinking here is we can run a Hone Claws set because Hone Claws increases your attack stat and accuracy one stage. Maybe what we might want to do is maybe run a Jolly Nature, go as much into speed as we can, unless we're running like a dedicated Tailwind Mon or Scary Face Mon next to this thing, which is why I have Grimmsnarl here too, because Grimmsnarl is great speed support with Thunderwave and Scary Face, but we'll touch on that in a little bit. What I was thinking, we can go for the Hone Claws, get an attack and accuracy stage, because Rock Slide is not necessarily 100% accurate. It's actually 90 accuracy, but if we're going for the Rock Slide and we're getting that attack boost, it's nice to have that 30% chance to make the opponents flinch, especially in double battles. If we wanted to go for some flying stab, I was thinking Dual Wing Beat could be fun. It's 40 base power, but it hits twice. Each of those hits is getting stabbed, so we're really getting 60 there. So when you add 60 and 60, there's 120, which is good. We can go Terra Flying if we wanted to further do that, have it be like 80 and 80 after the stab boost by staying flying type. So now you're looking at 160. And that's going to stack nicely with the Hone Claws attack boost as well. And like Rock Slide, Dual Wing Beat's a 90 accuracy move, so getting the accuracy boost from Hone Claws is also a nice little bonus, because now you have a reliable consistency to both Rock Slide and Dual Wing Beat hitting, where your opponent would have to more or less rely on protecting type moves like Protect, Detect, Spiky Shield, stuff like that to keep things safe. And I was also thinking Knockoff has like the utility of just removing items, and plus you're getting a power boost when you do remove an item from that initial hit. You get a 50% boost of damage to Knockoff from removing the item, on top of the 50% boost from Stab, which is also nice. All of which would stack nicely with getting the attack boost. So in terms of the rest of EVs, what I was thinking was you could invest into your attack stack, because 103 isn't the highest. It's usable, don't get me wrong, but you could maybe go something like up to 140 and then put the rest into your bulk to try to survive a little bit. Maybe go 108 EVs into HP to get 159, and then you can just go 4 and 4, and maybe just use the remaining 8 to go to 141. That's what I was thinking with a Hone Claws set. In terms of items, you could go Covert Cloak to protect yourself from the effects of other moves, so Fake Out won't make you flinch. Lava Plume won't burn you. Thunderbolt won't paralyze you. Stuff like that. I was thinking that as one option. You could go Loaded Dice, and then instead of running Rock Slide, run Rock Blast. That would stack nicely with your Rocky Payload. You now have Stab on it. Loaded Dice is going to guarantee that you hit 4 out of 5 times. You've got a Hone Claws accuracy boost working in your favor. That could be pretty nice to take out common Focus Sash users, or at least bring them down low enough that you could pick them off the next turn. Another idea that I was thinking too for an attacking Bombirdier set was Mirror Herb and Acrobatics, and this is the real reason why I have Grimmsnarl on here. Not necessarily because of the Thunder Wave and Scary Face options, but because of the swagger. I also saw this idea with Grafai Eye and Halucha from Pokeberm's channel, so it's not an original idea on my end, but I was thinking it's kind of nice because Grimmsnarl has the swagger. You have Thunder Wave. You could take on like anything that's holding the Clear Amulet or has Clear Body as an ability. You could paralyze them, get a speed drop. You could swagger them as well. Now, Bombardier's Mirror Herb is going to kick in. Bombardier gets the attack boost. It doesn't have to worry about the speed, because if you paralyze them, you've already slowed them down. Or alternatively, if it's something that can't be paralyzed, we have Scary Face as a potential option to run on Grimmsnarl instead of Thunder Wave as an added option there. You could go Thunder Wave or Scary Face, both of which are great speed support moves. So what I was thinking there, we get our attack boost, and then we just take advantage of that. Acrobatics is normally base 55. It doubles to 110. when its item is consumed, or if it just doesn't straight up have an item. So that's before stab 2. So we're at 110 thanks to the acrobatics' ability. And then we factor in our stab. If we want to go terra flying, we can get even more damage. Yeah, that's a lot. We're looking at potentially 220 if we go terra flying. And we lose our item on Bombirdier. So that was something I was thinking too. The other thing I was thinking, and this is kind of going back to the Hone Claw set a little bit, but this also benefits the acrobatic set too, is we could run Follow Me either on Mouse Hold or in DD. But I was thinking it could be kind of nice with Mouse Hold because Friend Guard lowers the damage output for what you take damage-wise for yourself and your partner with Friend Guard. So Follow Me, we could safely set up Bombardier's Hone Claws on the Hone Claws set. Or if we're going for the offensive set, maybe we've already lost Grimstar, we got our setup, we could just pull some attacks away from the setup Bombardier and go for damage that way. But that's mainly what I was thinking there, guys, for the Bombastic Crane Stork, whatever this thing actually is. I think it's a stork. But yeah, anyways, that's what I was thinking there. Between the supportive set or the potentially offensive set, you can go from there. So by all means, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you next time.